Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. It is December the 23rd, 2019, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Current price of BTC is 72.90. As you can see on the screen, guys, if you go on my channel, you can basically see like what I was telling you the last few days. Okay, I was telling you guys basically BTC, basically is making a flat correction, and we got one more leg to the downside. But most people, most traders basically still waiting for BTC to go back up to like a 95 and so on. And just in terms of fractals, you can definitely see right around this area, you can see the rejection we got pretty much similar. Not even in terms of Elliot Wave, but if you just like to use like comparison, you can just compare the wave we basically the rejection we just got just about this area. I was waiting for it all night, guys. I was waiting for it all night because basically I was anticipating it very heavily. Okay, so basically we took a nice entry just about this area of 73 to 75. Price went back up, and we were still looking for higher prices because we knew, okay, the game is to get a higher average. Okay, as a bear, you want to get a high average. You want price to go up. It's not because you're bullish. I wanted price to go up even to 80 to 100, 70 to 100. I mean 80 to 100, just to get a better average, right? Similar structure we got right around this area. Beautiful rejection. We took it to the downside from 73. Similar structure. We took it to the downside from 10,940. We took it to the downside from basically 12.3. Right on this area. I give you guys a heads up right around before 10.3, 10.7, we said like take it to the downside. Okay, take it to the downside. So we do not have like a problem shorting at the very top. Basically every time BTC is stopping out, we can anticipate it, right? So let me see what you guys think down in the comment section before we get into the analysis. We're going to talk about Ripple XRP, we're going to talk about Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, right, and so on. So if you're new to the content, make sure to hit the likes and subscribe, and join our our public Telegram group. If you want to upgrade to the premium, you can just send me a message, and then I'm going to give you the description to the premium group, right? So we got a roughly 21 watching. Make sure to hit the likes, guys, and make sure to subscribe, because this is extremely volatile, and you want to make sure to take advantage of the volatility, and then be very profitable by being careful at the same time. Okay, you gotta be extremely careful, right? Extremely careful. Hey, what's up, some guys? So as you can see, guys, it's not something new. We've been talking about this WXYXZ, and then we're looking for our Z to the downside. We said we got 3-wave move already. We've been anticipating this wave to the upside, right? And I showed you multiple times, guys, since like August. Okay, after August, September, the first week of September, right? We said, okay, this move to the downside, we're looking for a 1-to-1 extension down. Okay, 72 to 74, guys, we hit it on the dot, right? So even if we do the same thing from this point to that point, you can see we can even hit like lower numbers, but this point we just want to take this extension from basically this wave to the downside. I'm not looking for a 1-to-1, but we could look for like a 0.618 to a 0.76 extension to the downside, which could coincide to a 0.618 of the entire move, right? But we're going to discuss it after. Okay, we're going to discuss it later on. So basically we're looking for another leg to the downside, guys. Another leg to the downside. Let me change it to red. I'm very embarrassed today, right? So we're going to look for this move to the downside, and you're going to see how beautiful the pattern looks like right now, right? Okay, the pattern looks 3. I'm just going to keep it red, guys. Keep it red. I'm still a bear, right? I can do that, right? So we got 3. We got another 3. We got the 3-wave move, pullback, and then we're looking for the 3-wave move pullback to the downside. This move could be very very aggressive, very nasty, quick. It's not gonna give you time to think. Okay, you're not gonna have time to like, oh, should I get out, should I get it? None of that. You gotta be extremely ready and anticipate it in order to be very profitable. But if you try to like catch this move, like this move in 15 minutes, like 10 minutes, stuff like that, you're gonna get into trouble. Okay, you're most likely gonna get into trouble. So you gotta be ready for this move. Okay, you gotta be ready for this move. It's coming, guys. It is coming. It is coming. So are we going to 10K? I don't see 10K, man. I don't know what you're talking about. 10K. Can we go to 10K? Of course we can go to 10K. Market is crazy. Let's say we get another structure just like this to the upside, a big fake out, and I called it. If you go to my channel, guys, I showed you guys like a month ago, right? That's the biggest fake out. Okay, the beginning of a long awaited downtrend. All right, so I showed you, we're gonna start a long downtrend, like as soon as we got that push to the upside. That's the biggest fake out of all time. And most of you guys still been waiting for 16, 20K and stuff like that, and we've been shorting BTC like all the way down, like from like basically 10.5 all the way down to 6,500, right? So be extremely cautious. Market is bearish. The trend is your friend. I don't have anything about like the bulls. I don't care if like somebody is bullish or not, like that, right? If somebody is bullish, I really don't care. I just want to follow the trend, right? The trend is my friend, and then I'm gonna stay bearish until I see like some sign of reversal. The only sign of reversal I could anticipate in this area is like if basically gonna make a bull flag in this area, right? If like we can make a bull flag, in this area, I can change my mind. Okay, we can reverse from this area. But as of now, right, we do not have any type of bull flag unless we drop all the way down to 0.618, 0.786, and then get the reversal. But the overall trend, okay, right now it is bearish. That's the only sign I can see from BTC giving us a basically a reversal pattern. And I can show you a good example, right? A very good example. Very good example. That's the bottom we got, like just like this, right? You anticipating, like you think like basically gonna drop, it just drop all the way down, make a nice wedge to the downside and push the upside. If you just want to look at it that way. If you want to look at it in terms of pattern, you're gonna be like, okay, we got our head and shoulder, and then we made a 1-to-1 extension to the upside, blah, right? But the head and shoulder was right here, okay, because I nailed it, right? I nailed this pattern, and I anticipated it when everybody was pretty much bearish. I was looking for 1.618 extension end of April, and we basically hit 53 to 5400 range, okay? And that was like a March 17th. I was looking for BTC to hit like a 53 to 55 range in this area by April, end of April, and we did that exactly, okay? Most people were looking for this move. I was telling you guys, do not look down, start looking up, because we about to hit like a 10K, and we did that exactly, right? So keep that in mind. Hey, what's up, Tech Skill? Would be nice. Tech Skill says would be nice to see XRP under 5 cents, right? Be careful, right? Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, right? So beautiful pattern, guy. It is like I said, market doesn't move on a straight line. Whenever you got a nasty drop, you always gotta look for what? Gotta look for a reversal pattern, okay? This reversal pattern can look like this, sometimes they can look like that, or they can just look like look like this, okay? So you're gonna get one of these, okay? Sometimes you can get a descending triangle, we can get a descending triangle like this, right? So just like that, and then a further push to the downside, right? just like that. So just always, you gotta be always anticipating correction. We anticipated this correction just about like a late November. We said like we're gonna be in this area just about 2 to 3 weeks. We even been in this area like for like 4 months. I mean, not 4 months, but 4 weeks, right? 4 weeks. So let's dive into the weekly time frame. Most people have been pretty much very bullish, and I warned you guys in our premium member, and I said do not don't be extremely bullish just because we got a reversal hammer candle. It is just about the first basically that's the first one we got at the bottom, and you don't need to be too bullish just because you got a reversal body candle, right? So we got one in this area, right? What happened next? We pushed it upside, got rejected, right? We got a full body candle. Okay, I wasn't bullish with this full body candle. I still said like 12K gonna be the top, even though we got a full body candle, right? Same thing in this area. I was still looking for 74 to 75, okay? And we're still making some lower highs. So nothing bullish about BTC. So we just have to wait until we basically make a new low right around 5,500 range to 5,700 range. And then we could start to look for some bullish momentum. And I don't think basically the reverse are going to be a V shape at all. Okay, it could take like a 2 to 3 months, right? I'm just speculating right now, I don't know, but it could take like a 2 to 3 months, maybe like the first quarter of 2020 before seeing like another big reversal to the upside. So I wouldn't be too bearish. As soon as we break like a 6K, my bearishness is gonna be like more like a moderate, okay, accumulation, okay. Just like I told you right around 75 to 77 when I was shorting BTC, right? Basically we were looking for a move to the downside. We said, right, do not short BTC under 7K. So I wouldn't be shorting BTC like under 5K or so, right? Be extremely cautious. Be extremely cautious. Okay, we talked about that 2K BTC, guys. We talked about that 2K BTC long time ago. I give my guys like a 3 month, like a 6 month, like a price targets. So no, they exactly know what to anticipate. All right, so exactly what to anticipate. So if you just start like hearing people talk about 2K BTC, I was talking about it when BTC was like back in September, August, right? I was giving you guys a bigger picture, and most of you guys weren't ready, but now you're starting to be more careful and pay attention to the bigger picture, right? So let's take a look at the 6 hour time frame. You take a look at the 6 hour, not much we can say about the 6 hour. The only thing I need about the 6 hour right now, it is basically the MACD. Okay, the MACD. Yesterday we broke this 6 hour 100 EMA, which is basically the 25 EMA on the daily. We broke this 65 EMA in this area, and I was like, do not pay attention to the 6 hour because it is done. We've been knocking it down like for like several times right now, so most likely we're gonna break it. The most important one is like the 12 hour. Okay, the 12 hour we paid attention to it last night during our private live stream. We said we just have to, even though we're looking for 73 to 75, if like we get the breakout to the upside, we're just gonna have to keep shorting all the way up. The higher it goes, the better it is, right? The higher it goes, the better it is. I know it sounds very confusing if you're bearish, but if you're a bear and you're looking for a high average in this area of 75 to 78, even 8K range, you want price to go up. Okay, you want price to go up so you can get better average because you're very confident about the market, just like what we did in this area. Okay, 75 to 77. Everybody been looking for what? Every single person, every single trader, not every single, but most trader been looking for this move, right? 1-to-1 extension. And I was like, okay, that's it. That's very bearish, and then we most likely gonna make a move to the downside. Guess what? Instead of the 1-to-1 extension to the upside, we made one to the downside, right? And if you go on my YouTube channel, you can you can see like a week ago when I was calling for these targets, right? You can see target to the downside, target, guys. So understanding the trend is very important instead of just trading the 4-hour time frame. Before I trade the 4-hour or 6-hour, I'm gonna pay attention to the long-term trend and see where we're going first before basically before making any call, right? Before making any call. So 6-hour MACD, and I told you multiple times, that's the most important thing right now. Okay, we don't need it on the price action, but if like we get this crossover, this crossover most of the time give us 400 to 600 points, right? I back tested it 400 to 600 points, so we already dropped 300 and almost 400 points, right? And we haven't even seen a crossover, so we could get a slight decrease in momentum just to give the MACD a chance to get a crossover and give us another 400 points, right? So I'm really looking for 68 to 69 just for the short term, but we're gonna most likely with a very high probability drop below 69, right? Drop below 69. But 69 is just a medium term, right? Like a very good, we could even get there like before end of the week, right? Before end of the week. So the macro trend, guys, I gave you a big warning about the macro trend. I'm gonna go back and talk about it, but the macro trend we already discussed the macro trend, right? So 3 months ago, guys. So 18 hours, very important. Okay, just about 12 hours ago we said in our Discord channel, and I was like, pay attention to the 18. That time the 18-hour candle was giving us a doji, okay, just like this. Okay, started to turn bearish, and I was like, pay attention to it. We most likely could face some sell-off within the next few hours, right? And that's what we got. Very important, guys, very important. Not just that, right? The sign of bearishness is inevitable. You cannot miss it. Okay, you take a look at your hourly candle. Okay, that's the biggest, not even this one, okay, but if you take a look at the hourly, let's go on Binance. Okay, you take a look at the hourly body candle we got in terms of volume, guys. That's the biggest volume we got with like the last let's say the last almost like 24 hours, right? Since like the 22nd, right? Almost 24 hours. That's the biggest volume, and these volumes, it's not like they're not very small. It's like back-to-back volume. Okay, back-to-back volume, and we get a support from this 1 hour 100 EMA. I was anticipating the 1 hour 100 EMA to intercept the price when BTC was right around this area. Okay, that's what I was looking for. First of all, I was looking for 69.50, right, to 68.50, and then the 1 hour basically 100 EMA was right around this area. Okay, but price was just like didn't want to drop, and then bang, as soon as we pushed it upside, I was just saying like at some point we're gonna have to come back. Either volatility gonna have to decrease, right, and then we're gonna make like some sort of a channel in this area just to wait for this 1 hour 100 EMA to intercept the price, double tap, push the downside, right? So if you don't understand like a price action, you're gonna be very confused about these 200 points, 300 points. But last night during our private live stream, we said exactly short as high, the highest it goes, the better it is. Okay, the higher it goes, the better it is, right? So for those of you guys, we got our private live stream. Let's see, let's double check it. Okay, right here, guys. Okay, the trend is your friend, guys. The trend is your friend. That's the private live stream we had like just about less than 24 hours ago, and saying like short as much you can, and then because you don't want to miss the opportunity to get the highest average. Okay, you don't want to miss the opportunity to get the, because this could be the top. Okay, this could be the biggest the top, and then not the biggest top, but the just like the 10-9 top, right? Just like the 10-9 top, when we said we said we're gonna short it from down here all the way down to 72. So similar move, guys, similar move. Actually very bearish. Okay, very bearish, all the way down to 5500. Okay, 5,500. That's going to be very juicy, right? It's not going to be as juicy as this one, right? 35. This one could be roughly 25. It's not that bad though. 25, 26. We can get that move, right? We can get that move easily, guys, easily. Just like that, guys. Just like that. You can see we dropped 50%. We haven't seen even a 35% drop, a single drop, right? We haven't seen that yet. So I haven't seen that yet. Hey, what's up, Mr. Park? That's ahead. Hey, what's up, Johnny Bull? Johnny Bull in the house. Hey, what's up, Andy? We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin Cash, man. So no worry. We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin Cash. If you're looking for a Bitcoin Cash like a long-term view, make sure to go and check this video out. Right? Let's see. Right there. Okay, right there. The one with the November 25th. Right? Uploaded this Bitcoin Cash to $60, Litecoin $10, Ethereum. That's a long-term view. I don't expect it to get it this year. I mean, of course, not in 2019, right? But we could get it in 2020, right? It all depends on how fast BTC gonna pull back up to like 11K or so, right? So if that pullback from BTC is very fast, let's say we get this pullback from like a late April all the way up to let's say before June, we get this move, we can get a very quick one. Okay, we can get this very quick move to the downside, right? A possible double bottom or further sell off to the downside, right? So thanks a lot, Mbox. So guys, if you want to upgrade to our premium member, where you're gonna be very calm, you're gonna watch our private live stream, we're gonna show you what's going on, so you're not gonna be panicking. You got basically right entry. Basically we haven't seen we haven't missed a target like since, like I was just showing my guys today, like we haven't missed a target since like what, September, late September, guys. From 10.2 to 10.4 we were waiting for a nice entry at the 98 to 99. We got that entry, but price just hit our stop loss and at 97 and bounced back up to like roughly around like 10.3, 10.4 again, right? So that's the last time we basically got basically a bad entry, right? So but everything else is like normal entry, exit, everything been pretty much very smooth, beside this one. Okay, this one I don't count it because that's a 40% move, like 90% of traders most likely slept on that one, right? So hey, what's up, K4 Liberty? So basically guys, let's take a look at the 21-day chart, right? The 21-day chart, we just have to be very careful, right? As I said it multiple times, this 21-day chart gonna start like today actually, okay, on the 24th, right? So it's gonna start on the 24th. So and it tends to be very volatile. You can see it's not a monthly or weekly, but it's in between. Okay, so it's a mixture of monthly, so it gives you like a better view, right? You can see it tends to be the volatility of this these candles usually be like, what, let's see, you can see like a 30%, okay, 30%, something like that. Sometimes not all the time, but on average it is like a 25 to let's say 18 to 25% volatility. So we can expect like a high volatility within the next three weeks, right? When we get this new 21-day candle start, like just about like in an hour or so, we can expect like very high volatility within the next 20 21 days, right? Let's say we drop all the way down to our target, which is like 25, right? So we can drop down, or if like we drop down to 25 within the next 21 days. I don't see any reversal up to the upside until like we start a new candle, basically. Okay, because I don't see us drop 25% and then push back up after that all the way up to like a 10, 5 or 11, right? So it doesn't make any sense. But at some point, right, we definitely going to retest this area of 95, and then we're going to retest this area of 11.5. okay, but hopefully it is going to be from 5500 range. And 5500 range, for those of you guys new to the content, you most likely hear most people saying like 0.618, 0.618, 0.618, right? If you use your log scale, 0.618 is 5500. Okay, and we spotted this like 3 months ago, thanks to Aldo and John in our basically public Telegram group and a private group. They spotted the log scale, right? And I've been using it since like they basically mentioned it, right? And you can see we basically nailed the 6500 target. Basically we took a nice shot from like 74.75 and took it all the way down to 6500. Price bounced back up to 75 and we took it down again to 68. Okay, price bounced back up to roughly right now like a 75 to 77 area. We're still taking it down. Okay, we just like crushing the price to the downside, because that's what the market wants to do. You do not go against the market. Okay, you don't want to go against the market. Hey, thanks a lot, Crypto Takeover. Hey, what's up, Aldo? Thanks a lot, Aldo. Actually, Aldo mentioned it, right? It's Aldo who mentioned the first the log scale regarding the bigger picture, and then and how accurate it is. So I back tested it, and you can see even like on the bigger picture, right? If you take a look at swing low to swing high, swing low to swing high, guys, you can see we got a nice support at 382. Okay, we got nice support at 236. All right, that's a log scale. If you don't use a log scale, you cannot spot these juicy drops. Okay, so next target to look for, if BTC like if BTC drops like below 3K, next area to look for, it is nothing but like a 1700 range, and I showed you that like in this just about this area. Okay, Bitcoin breakout coming 1704 BTC. So just about 3 weeks ago. Okay, 3 weeks ago. If you're new to the content, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, so you won't be missing these targets. Okay, because we got a possible big move coming in very shortly, and then we also looking for some very low target for BTC. All right, so we're looking for some very low targets. Thanks a lot, K4 Liberty. We're gonna take a look at excuse me, guys. All right, so excuse me, so just gonna pay attention to the bigger picture. If you don't pay attention to the bigger picture, guys, you're gonna miss the big juicy and drippy drops. Okay, the big juicy drippy drop. All right, so let's move on to basically Ethereum, right? Ethereum, basically I didn't get any target for Ethereum, but last night most guys most of us like basically were shorting Ethereum from like a 132 to 135, and I was like, Ethereum is a hold. If you're doing it on low leverage, nothing crazy, none of that like 25x's and high x's and stuff like that, right? 3 to 5x, man. And Ethereum is a hold, guys. 3 to 5x Ethereum is a hold. Nice downtrend. We could be retesting the low $80 for Ethereum with a possible double bottom. That'll be extremely good if you are bullish on Ethereum. All right, if you're bullish on Ethereum, it's not a financial advice, but if we can get this Ethereum low $80 to $90 range, that's going to be extremely good, especially when we're looking for BTC to push back up. Ethereum can push back up at least to around like 160 or so if we can drop down to $80, right? So I wouldn't miss, try to miss like this Ethereum accumulation, but I'm definitely going to put a stop loss like right around this area, very tight, guys, like even maybe like a 75 or so, right? If it breaks like a 75 to 74, I'm just gonna not gonna be interested in Ethereum and look for the $40 Ethereum, right? But $80 range, $80 to 85, I would say. If it breaks $80 below 75, I'm gonna be out, right? Definitely be out and wouldn't be messing with it. But the medium term target for Ethereum, it is like below $100. Nothing about like those like $100. I mean 120, 116 range. We've been nailing Ethereum since like right around this area. Okay, 230, and we've been actually very bearish at a 286 range. Okay, 286, 235. We said like Ethereum going to be dropping. Okay, it's going to be dropping 50% at least, right? And similar thing to Litecoin, same exact move. Litecoin hit like 107, 15% move that day, and I was like, that's it. It is time for Litecoin to drop 60 to 50% to the downside. But you gotta be ready for these big moves in order to be able to be profitable. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep watching price drops. Okay, keep watching price drops. So. Somebody says 81.35 BTC by midnight. So guys, make sure to put your stop loss. He might be a whale, so just put your stop loss in case these guys try to push the price to the upside. You're gonna be ready, right? So just put your stop loss. Mr. Zamas, Dino Zamas. So by midnight Eastern time, so I might not go to bed today. Just gonna wait for it, right? Ethereum looking very weak, even on the daily. It did not manage to get a crossover. BTC managed to get a crossover. Take a look at Ethereum, guys. It's very, very weak, man. Very weak, guys. So let's move on to Bitcoin Cash. You take a look at Bitcoin Cash, very engulfing. Target for Bitcoin Cash was hit exactly, guys. If you've been watching this channel, you know we said exactly right. Bitcoin Cash, right? If we break this area of 190, because we've been pretty much very bearish on Bitcoin Cash since like Bitcoin Cash was in this area, guys. So in this area we've been very bearish. It was kind of making like a channel to the upside, and we said like it doesn't matter how high it goes, the target is down. Okay, it's gonna drop, right? So we hit like a 195, and we said like if we drop it, if we break 195 range, we just have to pay attention to 1.27 to 1.41, this yellow line, which is like roughly 182 to 180 range, right? We even broke it and retest like the 1.618. Okay, we double bottom at 1.618, push to the upside, very engulfing. So we just got to give it like couple more days to confirm the bearishness, because I don't see any volume on on Kraken. At least I don't see any volume on Kraken compared to the reversal pattern, right? So but very engulfing. So I would give it like a couple more days to confirm the bearishness, right? Because it can try to pull back up the next few days and then retest 50% of this body candle, which is roughly around like 193, right? 190. It's not that much. 193. We can retest that, right? So but the bigger picture for Bitcoin Cash is basically bearish. I wouldn't be trying to mess with like a $3 move, $2 move, stuff like that. Okay, just pay attention to the bigger picture, and then it's more it's basically more profitable to pay attention to the bigger picture. You can see how we double bottom at 50% pullback, and that's a log scale now. Okay, that's a log scale. That's a log scale, 50% pullback, right? So we broke this area, coming back down to retest it. We're not even yet like at 150. 150 is like 0.618. And if this area is weak enough, is we're just gonna drop down to like $100 range, okay, which is like a 0.786, and we got a nice support. Okay, that's where we started the uptrend actually. So roughly around like just like Ethereum, 116 to 120 range, you could see Bitcoin Cash looking very nice, which is another 40% drop. Okay, which means like BTC can drop 25 to 30%, right? So hey, what's up, Iceman? Yeah. Thanks a lot, K4W. K4 Liberty. I keep calling you K4W. So Bitcoin Cash, we've been killing it, man. Like, I'm gonna start trading Bitcoin Cash. Like, I wish like they got Bitcoin Cash, but you can see Bitcoin Cash move. We got similar move to BTC. It is looking weaker right now. It can't even like make a clean flat. Okay, it can't even make a clean flat anymore. It is just getting weaker and weaker. So and also most people are going to be very bearish in this area. Head and shoulder, they're going to be looking for a 1-to-1 extension to the downside, which is like $100. Okay, if you want to do it like that, you can also do it like that, but I wouldn't wait exactly at $100, right? Wouldn't wait. I would be accumulating like a 110 or 116 range. Okay, give it like a if you just buying and huddling, buying like a 110, don't wait for $100 exactly, because once we get this move, we could definitely get a nice reversal, 45 to 45 to 75% move to the upside. Okay, so we can definitely get this move back up. Okay, can push back up to like 160, 175 in that area, right? Up. Okay, but let's take a look at what type of fib retracement it is going to be. Oops. Look at it, guys. Exactly at 0.618, right? So it's gonna be like, but 0.618 going to be roughly 270. So I don't know if Bitcoin Cash going to be strong enough to get this 175, right? But let's say 382 pullback going to be like a 180. Okay, 382, right? So, but let's see if we can get this move to the downside, right? So so let me take a look at the chat room, see if you guys have any questions before I move on to Ripple XRP. Hey, what's up, BEBOP? Hey, you're welcome, Mr. Anin. Miss Anin, sorry. I know, right? People well don't spend time on BTC. I'm not a whale, right? I can do that, right? So I'm just like one of you guys, right? So EOS, somebody asking about EOS. Let's take a look at EOS before we jump in to XRP. Man, EOS like I haven't seen a capitulation move from EOS yet, right? So haven't seen a capitulation move. Volume is basically on BYBIT, at least you can see it is depleting always. So volatility going to be very high. So I want to see like this big selling pressure. You can see that's a big selling pressure from EOS, right? I want to see this big buying pressure somewhere around this area. Okay, I want to see it, but EOS we most likely gonna see some lower numbers. We said it since EOS was like a $4, roughly like $4, right? $4 right here. That's when we said let me show you. All right, guys, EOS, we called this move from EOS, right? We said it's gonna make this move all the way up to like a, I was looking for like a 4.5, but it hit like a 4.22, right? That's good enough. Capitulated and then give us another move to the upside. We said it's going to be dropping also, right? So like since like a 3.7, it also capitulated. Now it is just correcting. So it might be time for EOS to start accumulating EOS, but you know, if this is going to be dropping 25%, I wouldn't be in rush to accumulate some EOS, right? I would just wait for the, you know, EOS already hit like a 0.786 from this 150. We already hit like the 0.786. So the best thing to do, look for this double bottom right around like a 150 to 150 to a 170 range, and then look for a possible reversal. All right. But even if this, if like let's say if this is gonna be reversing, we most likely gonna see it from EOS first. The reason why I'm saying it, right, because EOS already dropped all the way down to 0.786. I don't think Ethereum did. Ethereum is not at 0.786 yet, right? Litecoin not at 0.786. Litecoin, yes, right? Litecoin at 0.786. So if EOS start to reverse, I mean, we're gonna get a rejection right around 3.5 anyway. Probably get this move to the downside before pushing, right? But a better move, a drop right now from EOS is better for the structure. It's just gonna create more, you know, it's just gonna create a, you know, basically a more bearishness. Okay, if like we pull back to 3.5 and then drop back down to this area of 150, it's just gonna give a pullback before further continuation. So at least for the short term, right, I think EOS dropping down to $1.50 is better for the bulls. Okay, let it drop. Let it drop, and then we're gonna get the big move to the upside. Okay, we're gonna get this move to 0.786 or at least 50% pullback. All right, so yep, another crypto winter, man. Like I said, man, the bear market could last another 2 years. I'm ready for. I don't know if you guys are. I've been telling you since 14K, you gotta be mentally ready for those lower numbers, guys. So I know it is easy to speculate, say like we're going 20K, 40K, 50K. Excuse me one second. I know it is pretty easy to speculate and anticipate like you know, 40K, 50K BTC, but guys, we gotta be realistic, guys. So you know, I just take what the market is giving me, right? Not try to anticipate like any crazy numbers, right? It's bearish, it's bearish. Okay, no sign of reversal, no sign of reversal, nothing else, right? Nothing else, guys, nothing else. Okay, so EOS is basically just doing what it did on the opposite direction. Okay, the same moves, same structure, guys. So it's just gonna double bottom, man. It's most likely, okay, most likely gonna double bottom. So most likely gonna double bottom. Hey guys, make sure to hit the likes, man. Make sure to hit the likes, make sure to share, you know, the content. All right, so we got 78 watching, so make sure to hit the likes. If you have any coins you want to talk about, you know, you can just mention it in the live stream in the chat room. I mean, 2 years to accumulate. I mean, just buy slowly every week. That's it. You don't have to buy big starch every week. Just buy slowly, man. So these cryptos, when they go up, they go 100x, and with leveraging, you don't even need this crypto to go 100x, 2x. That's all you need. If you're doing your low leverage, 2x, 1x, even, you know, if they 5x, you already got your 10x, right? So if you're doing 2x, you know, for instance, you do 2x like on let's say on Litecoin, right? From $20 to $100, that's already 10x your money, right? Already 10x your money. No, more than 10x, right? So because Litecoin 5x already, and you're doing 2x, right? 2 times 5 times 5, right? So that's a lot of count. That's a lot of math, right? It's a lot of math. So So that's a lot of math. So if you bought Litecoin at $20, guys, $20, right? Litecoin went to $100. That's already times 5, and then you're doing your 2x, right? So that's another times 2, right? So you know you're already doing extremely well. Already doing extremely well. So doing extremely well. So nothing crazy at the bottom, man. If it's not a financial advice, but if you're leveraging at the bottom, you don't need to do 5, 10, 20. Even 1x is okay. Even if you do 1x, most people don't understand how 1x work. But 1x, you gotta remember, if you buy, like for instance, 1 BTC, right? If you buy 1 BTC, right? 1x, right? So if BTC goes 10%, right? You already got the 10% from BTC alone by going up, and then you also got 10% of your BTC, which means like you got 1.1 1.1 BTC, right? And BTC went up 10%, right? So your dollar value going to increase by what, 20%, because BTC increased 10%, and you're already doing 10% on top of that, right? Not doing, but got another 10% on top of that. So 1x is extremely good if you understand it, right? If you no stress. I know it sounds crazy to say 1x, but most people are not basically careful enough to do 1x, right? So they want to do anything. They don't want to do anything less than 3, right? So be careful out there. The market is crazy. It's going to take your money. Let's move on to King XRP. So King XRP, I'm still looking for XRP to retrace down to this area of we already talked about it, guys. We already talked about this move. Any move we got in between is just gonna be noise. Yes, we can push back up, blah blah blah, but I gave you this setup like almost like since November, guys. I gave you this setup, say like if we drop down to this area of 15 cents, it's gonna be a good area to look for XRP to pull back up, okay, and try to retest this top, right? And I showed you this move, like, guys, when XRP was roughly around like 40 cents, right? We've been calling for 15 cents XRP, right? Yes, of course, I thought like XRP not gonna drop below 50 cents, but if you take a look at the bigger picture, the macro level, you're gonna just come back on earth and you'll be like, hey man, gotta think about it, right? Again, right? Maybe you're gonna drop down. We're not gonna go above 50 cents, right? Something like that, right? So the macro level is very important to think about it, right? Very important to pay attention to the macro level. So pay attention to XRP. Let's pay attention to XRP on the lower degree also. So XRP on the lower degree, that's a daily. Oops. So XRP, I wouldn't be short in XRP. I don't like this this structure. It kind of remind me of a XLM. Okay, I don't. It's bearish. The overall structure is bearish, but this move right here, okay, it can just pop to the upside, right? So I would be very, very careful. Like if I'm short in XRP, right? I'm gonna be very careful. Okay, I didn't see this move like when I was analyzing XRP like 4 hours ago, but because like we didn't get this drop to the downside yet, so this drop just have to be very careful, okay, with this correction, right? We just have to be very careful because it can pop. I can show you this move with XLM, right? So I would put some stop loss if I'm trading XRP, right? But I got some I'm looking for some low buy orders in this area anyway from XRP, so I want it to drop. So let's take a look at XLM. let me just do this. All right, not you. Okay, do you recognize this pattern from XLM, right? Let me show you XRP, right? I didn't notice it till now, right? So do you recognize this pattern, guys? So do you recognize this pattern at pop? So we got the same move from XRP. Basically, just would be just careful with XRP in this area. Okay, if you're shorting, make sure to have a tight stop loss. The drop could be very juicy if like this pattern doesn't apply here, does not basically just replicate what XLM did. It can just be very juicy. It can just give you a good at least a good 8% drop before any retracement. Okay, before any retracement. So, but let's see how it plays out. But I wouldn't be shorting right now. It's a very dangerous pattern, right? It's a very dangerous pattern. So, but the overall structure for XRP is basically to the downside. That's the most important, right? That's the most important. If like we get the pop to the upside, we already know what's going on. We just take it, right? We just not even wait for the 14 cents. We just take it from the 21 cents or so, and then take it to the downside after that, right? So. Hey, what's up, Constant? My image is not good. Fix, please. So let's do this. Right, so hopefully that's better, right? So basically, guys, we're just gonna go back to BTC and we're gonna call it a day. BTC. All right, so we're just gonna go back to BTC and then review what we talked about. So basically, this is basically a very bearish in terms of a daily time frame. As you know, I'm just going to repeat what I said at the beginning of the live stream. This correction most likely gonna end in anywhere in this area of 75 to 78 range. Can it push higher? Yes, it could have. We could get a fake out, not a fake out, but a push to the upside. It could be very expanded, and I explained to you guys, if you go back and watch this live stream, one more leg, explain to you guys everything. Okay, how high we could have gone and all of that, right? We could have like retest like 80 to 100, but it's not. It's nothing bullish. It's just to give like the bears better, better average, right? So look for a possible pullback. We've been pretty much very red the last few hours, so we could either make a pullback just like this. That's best, and volume is picking up on the hourly. It's okay. Not on Binance, right? So we could make another bear flag in this area. It's gonna be low volume, right? Higher prices. That's gonna be a better short opportunity, right? Because most likely we could be at some point, okay, retest at least 50% of this candle, okay, which is like a 7,500. So watch out for BTC, okay? Do not be extremely bearish. This we could get it with a very low volume, so it's gonna give you high confidence we're gonna be dropping. So if you see like volume depleting like this and price keep moving with some small candles, just like this, right? Just like that. So right around 75 can pop, right? It can do that to give us a bot, and then we can just gonna take it to the downside, right? So, but right now it is extremely bearish. The overall structure is bearish. 4 hour, to hourly is bearish. So I don't see anything bullish about BTC, guys. I don't see anything bullish about BTC. Okay, I don't see anything bullish about BTC. No. All right, maybe he just don't like the Bitcoin Cash analysis, so she doesn't like the Bitcoin Cash analysis, so the image is not good anymore. So hey, what's up, crypto 2 DELUXE Kiko? Bitcoin, not Bitcoin Cash, but BTC, we're looking for some lower numbers, guys. Like looking for 6 to 8 range, 6 to 9 range, 6 to 1, 5K, 5,500 range. So if you're looking for like a 300 points, 200 points, you might, this analysis might not be for you guys. So always pay attention to the bigger picture, at least like a 600 points. If you try to play these like 200 points, 300 points, anything less than 500 points, guys, it doesn't worth it. But 500 points means a lot too, right? When we hit like a 5K, it's gonna be 10%. But what I'm trying to tell you, like, pay attention to at least like a 6 to 7%. I would say 5 to 7% drop, not like a 1 to 2% drop, stuff like that. So, but I'm looking for at least from 75 to like a 68.5, in this area, right? So, alright, so that's almost like a 8% drop, right? So those type of drops, anything less than 3 to 4% is just it's just going to be noise. It's just gonna annoy you, right? So 2020, you want to pay attention to the bigger picture. Instead of like a Bitcoin breakout like $100 and then you jumping in and out, jumping up and down, and being very excited about 100 points, right? So $50. Let's take a look at ADA. ADA last night, I think I took a ADA is roughly around like a 450. We analyzed ADA. It is making a nice bottom formation, and it could hold very strong. If BC if BC drops down to like a low 6K, of course, $88 value gonna drop. Okay, but it is making a bottom formation. Okay, it is making a bottom formation, a nice accumulation move. We called it when ADA was like a 450. It went up to like a 560. Now it is dropping back down to 450, right? So I would accumulate. Personally, it's not a financial advice, but if you're looking to accumulate ADA, that's gonna be a good area to accumulate. If we break like a 380 range, I would just get out, okay, and wait for like a 200, 250 range, right? 200, 250 range or so. But as of now, like we could just anticipate like a strong support from this area. Okay, we got a support. We just have to respect it, not anything crazy. All right, so. Basically, we just have to respect like this support of roughly 400 sats. Okay, I wouldn't let it drop below 400 sats. Just to let you know, right? I wouldn't let it drop. So I would accumulate more below 400 sats. Just get rid of it and then look for some lower prices after that. ADA USD is definitely going to drop if BC drops. So I don't see like ADA USD going up if BC going to be dropping, right? So it doesn't make any sense. At least it doesn't make any sense for ADA to. I think ADA bottom at a 0.027. 0.027. Okay, So 88 USD, roughly around 0.027. We can get this move back down. Okay, it doesn't have to go all the way up, but I'm just it's for drawing purposes. It might not be an ABC. It might just be like a normal pullback. Okay, it might be a normal pullback. But if like a BC gonna be doubling or something like that, we could get a very extended move from 88. But let's just hope like this area double bottoming gonna hold, right? You can see 88 already broke like a 0.786. Very weak, man. Okay, you can see like just like EOS. EOS is roughly around like a 0.786. 88 already broke 0.786. Now the next area to look for is like double bottom 0.027, right? If we break it, we're just gonna have to look for 0.017, right? So major support is 0.027. If we break this area of 0.027, that's it, guys. We could be looking for 1.27 to 1.41 Fibonacci, not a dollar, right? But 1.27 gonna be like a 0.017. 1.41 gonna be like 0.014. Okay, these two areas, right? Could be a good area to accumulate. Hopefully, like before before the summer, it can reverse after that, right? So Tezos, we talk about Tezos double tapping, right? Tezos hit BTC. I think it means Tezos USD. Okay, all right. Tezos, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it on the weekly. Yep, on the weekly we said wait for a sign of reversal. Last week we got a big sign of reversal, but we got a support from the weekly 21 EMA, so we're still holding strong. I think Tezos is still a hold until we got a clean sign of reversal. But as you can see, like that's what I was trying to explain to you guys. Once we start getting these sign of reversal on the Heikin-Ashi, big tail, big wicks, small body, it is time to reduce exposure. It is time to reduce exposure. And I told you guys, like that's a clean triple top. Sometimes you got it like this. Sometimes you got it like some lower highs. Sometimes you can get it with some higher high highs. But it doesn't matter how you look at it. Most of the time it is a sign of reversal, right? And I can show you multiple examples, guys. Multiple examples. So take a look at XRP. We got one on XRP and we spotted it, right? You can see similar move from XRP, right? Okay, we got similar move from XRP, similar move from Tezos. Okay, not just XRP, but you take a look at VET BTC. BitChain BTC, I can't see it. I have to do it VET Binance. VET Binance give us the same structure. On a low degree you can see it, but on the bigger picture you might not be able to see it. But VET Binance give us a similar structure. Okay, we spotted it and we said like be careful, take some profit from VET, and then look for a retest of roughly around like 71 to 71 to 74 range. Right now it's gonna pull back up. Okay, it's gonna give us a nice it could pull back up to like a 91 to a 93 range, and if that fail, most likely VET gonna be making a downtrend. Okay, if we cannot break this area of a 93 range, it could be like a more sell-off from VET, right? More sell-off from VET. So But let's see how this pullback gonna look like. Okay, if like we get this pullback, we can retest this 93 range. If like we cannot break it, we just have to look down, okay, for some lower numbers. But we got corrective, impulse corrective. Let's give it a shot. If like we this correction can give us another push to the upside. So 88 1600 sats. 88 is at 400, right? So so you mean 160 sats probably, right? So hey guys, make sure to hit the likes, guys, and subscribe if you want me to keep giving you these TAs, and you get the best, you get one of the best analysis you know, in the crypto space. So make sure to hit the likes, guys. It is totally free. Okay, totally free, guys, totally free. So quant retracts. So quant, you can see we said like the highest we can expect from quant is a triple top, and it didn't even make a it didn't get a chance even like to push high. Let's take a look at it on a lower degree. That time quant was keep popping up. We said like yeah, the highest I can expect from quant is like to a triple top, right? The triple top. Yeah, we didn't get any triple top, so this mover we gotta sell off. It doesn't have enough history though, so let's take a look at it on the 12-hour. It doesn't have enough history, but we basically I would just like use a support line and the resistance in this area. Look for a break below it, and just to get out and look for some fib retracement to the downside. But it is bottoming exactly at 0.618. So if like we cannot get a strong pullback from quant in this area, we definitely going to be looking for 0.786, which is like a 32,000. Okay, roughly 32,000, 34,000, right? Which is a 30, I would say like a 34,000, right? So 34,000 sats, right? So it the most I can expect, it could give us a pullback before dropping. It is a good double top, just like silver. Okay, how silver double bottom at a $14 range and then pull back up. All right, so but it is getting a nice support at the 0.618, so you cannot deny it, right? Cannot deny it. Just give it a shot. Give it like some time to create some bullish momentum, but no volume at all, right? Or no volume, so right? No volume. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Hopefully you guys are gonna be safe out there. Be careful, market gonna be around forever. It's not a financial advice, but it's no need to be in rush. We all can accumulate at lower prices, or we can sell at high prices. So it doesn't matter. Market gonna be around forever. So be safe out there, and happy trading. Okay, all right.